Well, good morning. Welcome back to the frozen north again. Kind of back to where I had planned to start yesterday before the blizzard came on. And I actually started off this morning. The previous video was mostly recorded because I'd spotted some mist over the river and thought I would give it a whirl. Unfortunately, the trees on the other side just weren't taking on any ice, so I thought I'd come up here. Now, as I drove up, the conditions were incredible. A real hoarfrost on a number of the trees, a lovely mist. And I was getting all excited, and now that I've come up this far, it's weird. It's not as atmospheric. Might be because the mist is missing, but so I'm going to take a wander up this little incline. There were a couple of trees up here. If they've taken on any of that frost, we might be onto something. Wow, this is lovely. So I've come across a little scene here, and it is a scene that I kind of noticed yesterday. Maybe it was the day before yesterday. And what really drew my attention to it was one of those sort of branches has kind of fallen down, kind of drooped down. And I think the weight of this overnight snow has made it droop down even more. It can be really tempting just to point your camera at everything that's covered in snow. And while you'll probably come out with a nice image, for me we're still trying to tell that story. And you know, while I love this little path leading through and it almost kind of looks a bit like a magical kingdom, I think it's that kind of droopy branch that's drawn my eye to it. So and now the sort of composition conundrum, you should probably get that on a t-shirt, is include the sky or not include the sky. I think including the sky, probably going to need a bracketed shot, or probably a bracketed shot rather than a grad. I think including the sky just brings a little bit more light into the image. I'll try both and see where we go. Rather nice though. One of the things I love about snow, I'm shooting in colour, but there's just that black and white feel to it, and of course not surprising because that's all there is in the image. So basically this line of trees, now I would love this path to be pristine, but there are a number of footprints in it. So I'm kind of trying to remove that as much as possible. What I love is just that contrast of the trunks of the trees, and then obviously the white of that snow and that frost. And there's just a hint of that lovely, typical, very winter pink, purple, blue in the sky. Beautiful. I might even try a bit more of an abstract-y type horizontal shot on this one. Or I might just go build a snowman. So I'm actually back at a little scene that I photographed in the previous video with the snow flying past it. I think it works better in the previous image rather than now. In the previous images I just loved that feeling of the blizzard and the fact that you could see more of the branches. Now a lot of the character has been overcome by the snow. Still a nice scene, but I think I prefer it with the snowy conditions. But this is just absolutely beautiful, gorgeous. In fact, I reckon you could even get a sledge and slap it down there. More of that pixely thing. So when I'm out and about, I do quite like to retrace my steps up and down sort of the same path. I always find that walking the same path in opposite directions can sometimes reveal some different potential compositions that you just wouldn't have seen walking the other way. So I've kind of made it up to the top of the ridge, and now I'm going to start making my way back down again It's deceptively mild actually. I mean, my toes are a little bit cold in the snow, but actually my hands, I've had the gloves off and stuff, and I guess there's no wind, so yeah, temperature rising a little bit. But so we'll take a wander back down and see what we can see. So as I say, I wish that path was completely pristine, because I think that would make a really nice element in the frame, but I think just with so much footprints and cruff and bunny prints and what have you, probably the Irish Yeti or something, I don't think it works. So but we'll take a walk back down the way we came. And I've literally just said walking down the other way, and sure enough, so what first drew my eye was in all the white, just the little sort of tops of some of those trees that haven't been frosted out. They're taking on a little bit of that morning glow. And actually the areas that I'm kind of including in the path, the areas that I'm including in the path, I don't think you can make out that they're too ruined from a footprint point of view. So yeah, honestly I didn't know that was going to happen, so, and I did not see that composition on the way up for obvious reasons. So as I thought, not a huge amount in compositions up this way, and we're actually losing quite a lot of that light now. Not sure whether there's maybe some snow coming in. So given the fact that there's not a huge amount in compositions, have a little bit of a play with a drone. I'll stick that up as an outro. So once again, hope you've enjoyed this little yellow snow. Hope you've enjoyed this continued little winter's bimble. I'm off home to grab some lunch and a coffee and do a bit of office work. Until next time, see you later. Bye bye.